Okay, hold up, time out. Let's just talk about this for a second. We are making great progress on the new intake manifold, really happy with how it's turning out, and that is the whole point of this, to make it look better. I'm not doing this for any performance gains or anything like that. I just wanted to make it look better and also add that bigger throttle body. Also, moving the bigger throttle body to over in this location is definitely the way to go. It just looks way more legit. Now, this is actually the third intake I have built for this engine in this car. So the original M104 plastic intake manifold was way too big to fit into the W203 chassis, so hence why I cut off the runners and then I built from there. Back when I first got the engine into the car, naturally aspirated, no turbo, I built the first intake manifold. Didn't spend much effort or time on that one because I knew we were going to add a turbo and we'll have to improve that intake manifold. But I just wanted to get the car up and running for testing purposes. Funny story on that intake, once I was driving around, the engine had a backfire and that intake popped off. Now the ECU saw that as wide open throttle, and basically I don't want that to ever happen again. But again, that was just a learning curve. Now another thing is the previous generation M103 came with an aluminium intake, and some M104s came with an aluminium intake as well, but I can't find any of them, so that's why I'm using the plastic injector part and runners of the old manifold. Definitely not ideal, but it works. But okay, now that we have the basic shape of the new intake manifold as well as the new location for the throttle body ready to go, I already went ahead and got the top and bottom pieces measured, cut, and then shaped so that we can close off the new intake manifold. So here it is. I already got those two pieces tacked on here. The only thing left to do now is to get it fully welded up, and then I'll add some vacuum reference fittings as well as some tabs so that it never pops off again. Now, to get the best welds possible is all in the prep work, so no huge gaps, well, mostly no big gaps on this one. And then another thing is to have everything as clean as possible, so wire brush the hell out of it and then also drown it in some acetone. So I guess the time has come. Let me do that, clean everything up, lay some nice beads, really gonna try, and then see how it turns out. I've said it before and I'll say it again, welding aluminium is definitely a form of art, and I'm no artist, but this intake manifold turned out pretty freaking cool, if I do say so myself. Check this out. I think it's safe to say practice makes perfect. Maybe the fourth one will make it look perfect, but I'm really happy with this one. Now I'm really curious to see how it looks on the engine, especially next to the new turbo manifold that I built. I think this is going to tie everything together and make it look like a real race car. That looks so freaking cool. Damn, that was definitely well worth the effort. Like I said, This is not to gain any performance or anything like that. This was just to make it a bit more pleasing to the eye. So now I just need to connect up the harness to the injectors, get the fuel lines on there, get the vacuum reference lines on there for the wastegate, for the fuel pressure regulator, the ECU, boost gauge inside the car, everything like that. We'll have a tight bend from the throttle body and then go down over there and into the intercooler. But the intercooler, I'm gonna have to make a few small changes on that as well. But before that, I have to sort out the cooling system. So that is the next step. And then I almost forgot about this. So I got the turbo manifold back from the machine shop. Flange is nice and machined down, and I got it on there for the final time with the gaskets and everything. So that should be airtight and we won't lose any boost. Got the turbo on there, the wastegate, and oh, also for the first time I'm running some coolant lines to and from the turbo. So that's the one coolant line over there, and then at the back, so the one goes into the block at the bottom back there, and then we have one coming out of the head at the back. That's just another small improvement I wanted to get done. Not sure it'll make any changes, but I think it's just nice to have. Slowly but surely we are getting there. Also improving on a lot of things, just making everything the best that I can, upgrading and improving. But for now, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and then I'll see you in the next one. Peace.